Welcome back YouTube to the N54 project. Super excited today. We're finally upgrading our wheels. This is going to absolutely transform the 135i, but in true DIY style, we need to get some parts first. So I'm absolutely buzzing to make this mod. 135i really need upgraded wheels as their stock wheels just don't do it justice. So keeping true to the project, I've done this in the cheapest way possible, and I'll talk you through exactly how I found these wheels and the fitment and how I made the decisions to go with this exact wheel. So in true DIY style, I didn't have all the tools I needed to get this job done, or at least make it easy for myself. So I'm off to Super Cheap Auto to buy an extra tool. There's a couple parts required to make this happen, so I'll cover these off shortly. So it's midday on a Saturday, we've got plenty of traffic out, no real open roads in Sydney, or at least where I'm going, so we're stuck in bumper to bumper. Still enjoying the turbo spool sounds. Okay, quick stop at Super Cheap Auto, and then we're back to installing the mods. All right, so we're back. We've got everything we need to make this happen. Now I'm going to give you a bit of an overview of what we're working with, our current state, and what we're putting on. Okay, so you can see what we're working with here. These are the front rims. They are 225 wide, 18 inch, and they've done the job, but they're not the look that we're going for. Being 225 wide, they are also skinny as all hell, so they do not help with any kind of performance gains. So up back, I've got the same rims, a little less damage, obviously not hitting the curb as much on the driver's side. These are 245, so a little wider. This is the staggered set, that's how stock comes. These are actually lower profile, so these are 245/35, and again, just not the look we're going for, and I really am looking forward to upgrading these, especially the width of these, as traction is an issue at the moment. The other consideration is aesthetics, obviously. So if you have a look here, the rims completely disappear. It's just, yeah, it's a little bit sad. So some big opportunities here. I haven't gone too aggressive with the new setup, but I'm excited. So the big reveal, what are we putting on? So these are my fantastic new rims. They are called Alufelgen CS7s, basically CSL reps. Obviously a very popular style. These are in gunmetal gray, and I'm super stoked with what they're gonna end up looking like. Got them for super cheap, which I'm gonna go into a little bit later, but these are increased in width. It came with tires. These are pre-used, so excuse the tread, but you can see the difference in size. Those rears are a lot wider. So these are 235 40s and 265 35. So for you Americans, these are 8 inch and 9 inch. And the current stock ones are 7.5, 8.5, so half an inch gain. Okay, so firstly, who are Alufelgen wheels? So as you can probably see here, Alufelgen wheels are no more. It seems Alufelgen ceased trading sometime around 2014, maybe 13. Not active in a year, not getting replied to, which is a big shame. Seems like the feedback was good products, but potentially bad customer service. Not exactly what you want to see, but on a more positive front, there was a lot of hype back in 2010 about these wheels. So this EWS supplier had a lot of good things to say. stronger and lighter than any other CSL reps available. So very close to the actual OEM CSLs, and the fitment, which is the big thing for these wheels specifically. So for the 1 Series, they were individually designed to fit the 1 Series platform without the need of hovering, spacers, rolling fenders, or running stretched tires. So the fitment is actually 18 times 8 inch with 45 offset. In the rear, it's 9 inch with 48 offset. The only thing I'm a little confused about is it says up to a 255 tire, whereas I have 265. So either I've got wider rims, the 3 Series variation, or I've just got 2 wide tires on these rims. But so far, so good. So if we scroll down, pricing was approximately about $1,500. This is back in 2010, don't forget. So with inflation, that would bring us up to about $1,850 in today's costs. Okay, and as we know, the wheels came with some Nitto NT05s. So here we have them for about $270 a wheel. Okay, so total all up, brand new, these would have cost $1,850 after inflation, with tires about another $1,000 on top, so totaling almost about $3,000 for that brand new price, which is about $2,000 US. So factoring in some wear and tear, as obviously these wheels and tires are not brand new, I've subtracted about $700 from the total. So these were $2,900. These come down to about $2,200 now, which is about $1,500 US. The tires are pretty much gone, and there's one small little section of rash on one of the wheels. So how much did I buy these for? I purchased these for about $1,600. So that included the wheels and the 4 tires, which when converted against the wear and tear price, that's at $600 in front. So super happy with that end result. And obviously converted to US over here. So how did I get such a fantastic deal? Well, basically, as simple as it is, using things like Facebook Marketplace and Facebook groups. So this one seems like an obvious one, but it's not done enough. So groups like 5x120 wheel sales, Australia, New Zealand, 5x20 wheels, 5x120 wheels for Australia. I'm sure your local country has its own variations, but you can find some great prices and some great wheels for cheap in these groups. Better than paying brand new prices. They're not always going to be killer deals, but if you look around, you'll find what you need. So changing your wheels is pretty simple in the BMW, except for these security locks. So if you've lost your connector, you do need a special bolt. So I've got this here. I had lost mine, so I had to order this in specially. You can just see it's a unique bolt. It keeps your wheels safely attached to your car so thieves can't get them. But these are game changers for changing your wheels. If you don't have it, you can't change them.
Out of sight, out of mind, out my way. Out of sight, out of mind, out my way. Out of sight, out of.
So another tip when jacking up the car is to get yourself some of these jack pads. The connectors underneath the car are not like a normal jack, so you want to do this to protect the plastic and not damage it.
I'm not blind to it. Yeah. Get you done or we gon' run or watch me come up off of my music. I just make 10 in a week, I can make 10 in a day. I'ma wake up on the beach, I'ma wake up in the A. I never been to LA, I might fly to LA.
Okay, you can see the wheels side by side. Big difference in style. Darker color is gonna look nice on the black and carbon layout. Not a whole heap difference in height. So it's only ½ an inch. You can see that lip sticking up, but it does make a difference. I'm sure it will make a little bit of a difference on the car. The other thing I'm gonna do is weigh these rims, find out what the weight difference is. I'm expecting the bigger rim to be heavier, but let's find out exactly. So stock Rear, we're working with 24 kilos approximately. So I'll convert that on the screen for you American, but 24 kg. So new rim, we're actually working with, looks to be about 22. So it's a 2 kg saving per rear, that's awesome.
Yeah, I want everybody slow. Get the millions and lay low. Take mine, what I'm gonna wait for. Put my balls on.
So one of the tips that I've learned when talking up bolts, you want to do it in a star pattern, as well as use a torque wrench to get them to spec. So I've just tightened these to the bare minimum. I'm going to do the front and then I'll torque them to spec once it's back on the floor.
Bank on flow, yeah, fluids. I go dumb, go stupid. But a whole house still roofless. Why you talking bad about me? New coupe, yeah, like a two-fist. Yeah, if you said that, shoot a zero now. Talking on my back, try to tear me down.
Okay, same deal as before. The front rim on this time looks to be about 22 and a half. I've got the new front rims on the scale. These look to be about 20 and a half. So again, another 2 kg per wheel. That's about 10% savings. It's amazing.
Make it out. I want everybody slow. Get the millions and lay low. Take mine, what I'm gonna wait for. Put my balls on the payroll.
Okay, wow, I just need to stop and appreciate these for a moment. The fitment on these is amazing. I'm so happy with the results. Have a look at that, pretty much perfect. Maybe half an inch, might start to poke a bit too much, but this is perfect fitment for an E82. Up front too, looks amazing. You can actually see those rims. Alright, so we're done and dusted. What an end result. I'm so happy with that. But what about you? What are your thoughts? Do you rate it or do you hate it? Give me a comment below and let me know. What would you have done differently? So I've got my main buddy Bear here. He gives the mod 10 woofs out of 10. What do you reckon, buddy? Yeah? Good boy. As always, if you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. For those of you that have, we'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.